Hello and welcome to the last game of the day for StarLadder Star Series, day 11. We have got ourselves a game between Na'Vi and No Tidehunter. Of course, No Tidehunter playing without Eternal Envy, but with EGM. And we're going to see them taking on Na'Vi. Before we do that, I'm quickly going to show you the standings for now. The matches of today are not updated with it yet, but I will keep you informed because we know that Virtus Pro won 2 games today. So they will have 18 points and 8 matches played. That will put them on top of the list of everybody, but will also give them the most amount of games played together with TCM. So the top and the bottom of Star Series would be both having 8 games played. We are going to see Empire going 1 up, because they got 3 extra points. Na'Vi have already played 1 game today, but they did not get any points for that one, so they will be on 1 to 3. 3 games lost, 1 game won. We're gonna see if they're gonna be putting it up to 6 points right now, or if they're gonna be sitting on 3 once more. No Tidehunter have played only 2 matches so far, 1 loss, 1 win, also 3 points. We're gonna see which one of these teams is gonna get 6 after tonight. As we're already inside the draft, we have got ourselves a Lifestealer and the Magnus picked up by Na'Vi. We're going to have the Wisp up on the No Tidehunter. It's going to be the Coddle and the Nyx and the Bat and the Darkseer being banned out with No Tidehunter. Then now having the chance to pick up some heroes. Let's see if these teams are again in such a rush as they were before. We do also have the admins being in slight of a rush. That's why we don't really have that break that we would expect otherwise. Which is of course because the EMS 1 Cup number 3 is going to start tonight. And is already on its way, by the way. If you want to check that out, you can go to Epi, who's casting that at the moment together with Kawai, if I'm recalling correctly. We do have this game also casted by Beyond Summit. I don't want to send you away or anything, but I just want you to be aware that that is happening. Toby indeed has switched to the EMS 1 and not going to be casting Na'Vi versus No Tidehunter. So that is going to be the case for this game. So Chaos Knight and the Bounty Hunter picked up by No Tidehunter. No Tidehunter, a team that we don't normally see pulling this kind of things, but then again they are kind of a different team with no Eternal Envy in there. They're going to be running the Chaos Knight Wisp together with the Bounty Hunter combination. Now the reason these three are all 3 of them already are such a great combination is that you can just have Bounty Hunter scouting things out. When he finds someone, he goes on him at the same time that Wisp and Chaos Knight TP in there, and that's a track kill going the way of No Tidehunter. Unless there's going to be a reverse polarity to shut it down, for example, from Na'Vi, or a disruption if there's going to be more people around there. So Na'Vi is going to be really having to be on their toes, and again they're going to have to face a Wisp the 2nd time today. We're going to see if they're going to be doing a bit better this time with the Lifestealer. Of course, a great hero to have. They can actually ban out the Bane if they wanted to. They have been playing against him in the previous game, and they know how annoying he can be. So they will probably be banning it out. The Shadow Demon, of course, for Na'Vi, already the support in their hands. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to be running in the mid lane. We know, of course, that Denny likes playing Magnus mid, or at least that he plays Magnus mid, let's just put it that way. We just saw him playing Lifestealer mid. It really depends on if they're expecting the Wisp and Chaos Knight to be in the mid lane. Yeah, which is going to be a tough lane regardless for who it's going to be up against. And Magnus might actually be able to be okay with them if he doesn't get stunned up too much. I mean, he is, of course, a very tanky hero, and he can just screw himself away should he smell trouble. Undying is going to be the one that gets banned out by No Tidehunter, and Na'Vi is probably going to be banning out the Bane. And I am going to be taking a break, because apparently I tend to do that less during draft phase. There we go. I didn't say rooster. I said roster from No Tidehunter. There's going to be Gyrocopter actually that's going to be the one to get banned out. The first pick does go to No Tidehunter. They still have the place for the Bane. Especially if you're going to expect, I mean, if Chaos Knight Wisp is going to be mid, Bounty Hunter is going to be top. They still have a dual lane bottom. Well, there's still a lot of combinations in there that you can form, even together with the Bane alone. Rubik is still in there as well, also a hero that could be doing very well on the dual lane. And oh, by the way, in case you're wondering why EGM doesn't have the No Tidehunter stand-in, which I see that people from the chat are wondering about, he actually hasn't got that because, I mean, he is officially there, but it still has to be arranged with contracts and all of that. So that's still going to be the reason why he is not yet having his tag as No Tidehunter. After all the contracts are ready, then he's going to be able to put No Tidehunter in front of his name. If the sponsors accept him, that is, which is, of course, something that is going to be important. Let's see, though. Let's see. Bane's still getting banned out by Na'Vi. They're not wasting any time, and especially since they now realize that no Tidehunter takes a long time to think about their drafts. They can, of course, just do the whole speed picking thing to just make sure that no Tidehunter might feel a bit rushed because they're running out of time, and no Na'Vi is not using any time right now yet, or at least not in their bonus time. The Templar Assassin was the ban out for them, so that's a mid hero. So maybe they're expecting Lifesteal to be the solo or to be the safe lane, to be Magnus to be the off lane, and still be a mid lane short. As no Tidehunter, they ban out the Brewmaster, and now Na'Vi is thinking about their last ban. Is it gonna be the Rubik, or is it gonna be something else? I mean, Rubik and Bane were the most important ones, I would say, as far as supports go. And otherwise, they might as well ban out a carry or something. It's gonna be the Rubik, as expected. No real surprise there. Let's see what no Tidehunter is gonna pick up. I mean, support-wise, you still have, of course, a Venomancer that we've seen a lot more, that we have been seeing a lot more lately, and Venomancer makes for a pretty strong laner as well, lane companion, especially on the safe lane. I mean, the chasing potential with the Gale is quite huge, especially if you are on the safe lane. So you have a long way to go if you're on the long lane there of the opponent team, and you have to just run away.
5 seconds remaining.
There's gonna be a chance, so that's gonna be a solo lane on the either still mid. I mean, Chaos Knight Wisp could still be in the mid lane as well. I'm just saying Chaos Knight Wisp mid because I'm used to seeing that from Fnatic, but we might as well see, of course, them on the safe lane, Bounty Hunter on the long lane, and still a mid hero to be picked up, especially now that the puck is being picked up. I mean, Queen of Pain is still in the pool, and we know that S4 can do pretty well with her against puck. So I do believe that was one of the matchups for the Fistful of Tangos. Not entirely sure anymore. It's a while back already, I would say. Anyways, Na'Vi with the puck. Is it going to be puck mid, or is it going to be puck off lane? We can, of course, still see. I mean, Magnus and puck both can be in the solo lane mid. We've just saw Lifestealer solo laning mid. It's still, Na'Vi has got a lot of potential and a lot of different possibilities there for themselves. As we're gonna see no Tidehunter thinking about their last pickup. They are ticking into their bonus time. This is the last time that they have, just 35 seconds, and then it's over for them. Is it gonna be a Queen of Pain, or is it gonna be a different mid hero, different solo hero? Killings is still in there, of course, as well. I mean, I'm not even gonna try to guess. There's just too many possibilities. Come on, no Tidehunter. 10 seconds.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Queen.
I could have told them that.
Na'Vi's turn to pick.
Really? I could have told them that. They didn't need to think about it that long. Maybe they were discussing how they were gonna lane it, or how their opponent was gonna lane it. And there's the Lina. That's gonna be Puppy on his Lina once again, and we're gonna see Dendy probably waiting until he knows what he's up against. Actually, he thinks he's already up against the Queen of Pain. Never mind. He already picks up the puck. So that's me crashing Dota, actually. That's not good. But I will be back here, because I just have to... that's actually really Dota crashed. Since when does that happen? Cancel. Give me new Dota right now. Dota, come up. Come on, Dota. Play game. Not gonna have to wait for syncing stuff. Preparing to launch Dota 2. Dota crashed. How does that happen? I mean, if you've been watching my streams more often, then you know, like, my stream can crash. Other stuff can crash. But my Dota doesn't crash. That just doesn't happen. There we go. That just doesn't happen. Well. Let's just switch overlays anyways. There we go. Let's stream. I'm still here. There we go. I just typed to the people there, as I'm gonna be connecting back in. See how fast it goes. Come on, Dota. Come on, Dota. Work with me. I want to see this game. Thank you. for the load-in. So, really fast, let's go over everything. Aki is, of course, going to be playing his signature Chen. It will be Loda on his Chaos Knight. EGM is going to be playing the Wisp, as we know that he can do. He's going to be S4 on his Queen of Pain, and that will leave Admiral Bulldog on, of course, his Bounty Hunter. We jump ourselves over to the dire side, where we see Na'Vi preparing for battle. Puppy will be playing his Lina. It will be a host on his Lifestealer once more, with the Light of Heaven on his Magnus, Dendi on the puck, and Arsart playing the Shadow Demon, and we are back in action. Never crashed. Never crashed. I mocked the announcer, that's why I crashed. Well, there you have it then. Oh, hi people in Dota TV. I crashed. My Dota crashed. And then my Dota went back up again. So that's when it's gonna be me back here. So, hello. But yeah, we're back. And so far we haven't missed anything because the teams have just moving towards their lanes, as we're not going to see any real surprise around lanes. We're going to see Havos on the top lane. We might see the same thing from Na'Vi again. So, you know, just putting, of course, Light of Heaven on the bottom lane. You know, everybody knows that he is solo off lane. It's fine. As soon as he shows himself, the opponent's going to think, oh, he's solo off lane. But then, it's going to be the same thing again. And they can do this the entire day because I don't think no Tidehunter watched the previous game. They are not going to be ready for it. Disruption followed up by a Light Striker Ray, and there's a Skewer or a Shockwave as well, whichever Magnus decides to pick up, or they're not going to go for that. Damn it! Yeah, it's a Queen of Pain actually. It's not an easy target. And actually, that's different from the lane that we expected. It's because it is going to be a dual lane, as I said during the draft. It is going to be a Loda up against Dendi with the Wisp helping out. EGM, it's going to be Fnatic style with the Queen of Pain on the bottom lane. Dendi, he actually gets put to the disruption just in time. Light Striker Ray misses. Phase Shift picked up by Dendi as the first one, as he is going to be able to stay alive. The Self still getting popped up by EGM, and wow, that came close. Then he has to be really careful with his light up, and he had to pick up that phase shift at level 1. We saw him waiting with that until it was actually needed. Well, that was definitely needed. We're going to have a gank up on Light of Heaven. He's going to have a tough time here because here comes Aki, and he's got himself an Ursa Warrior. He has got no Skewer. Shockwave picked up first. Collab goes off. Queen of Pain blinking in. S4 Shadow Strike hits, and that's going to be a kill. First blood goes to Aki on the bottom lane. And that's going to be at least Dendi getting dodging that bullet, at least the first blood bullet. Like, the thing is about this lane, about any dual lane. Oh, well, hello, tri-lane middle. I'm just gonna continue talking like those two didn't show up, by the way, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to make my point. So the thing about a dual lane versus solo lane is that you are, of course, gonna be seeing the Chaos Knight and the Wisp. They are sharing experience in theory on the lane. We do see EGM, of course, getting some experience with the creeps as well, just so that he doesn't have to steal experience there. From his carry, and if he is there, is going to be more experience going the way of Dendi, and if he doesn't die, that's going to be him being in favor, maybe not of last hits, but at least of the things there, of the experience. Sentry Ward 1 being placed. They know that he's around there somewhere, just waiting for him to pop out. They know exactly where he is. And now Admiral Bulldog, he knows that he's not alone, and he sees Arsart use one of the sentries. But that's going to be Puppy and Arsart not going to be able to do anything anymore in the meantime. Light of Heaven getting forced back on the bottom lane. It will be S4. Will be on 12 for 6. He's going to be having an easy time here for his Light of Heaven. I mean, Light of Heaven won't be able to do anything. He will be able to stick in experience range, so that's going to be one thing for him. As long as he doesn't die, of course. But experience range is going to be there for him, especially now that he picked up his Skewer. And that's the most important thing for him. When he gets his level 6, he'll be able to do a bit more with that, of course, with the reverse polarity being there. As we have got Admiral Bulldog Sun being up there. Open wounds. He's running out of range of the sentry ward. And there he goes. They can't find him anymore. And he is gonna be out of here in safety. Level 4 for him already. Doing a great job for him. As we have got, of course, him being compared towards the Light of Heaven, who's also level 4, by the way, just yet. Avos being on 14 for 5, compared up against S4 on 19 for 8, so Avos like slightly behind. And my Bulldog's trying to do what he can, stealing some creeps here. As Puppy and Arsart, they're gonna have to try to do something more. They're still level 1, they're gonna have to try to get more experience with these creeps. As of course EGM can get experience in the jungle as well as on the lane. He is level 3, with Dendi being level 3 as well, being harassed away. And there's of course Aki, who is gonna be able to get experience and farm in the jungle as well. So the supports of Na'Vi, I mean, it would have already been them not in favor, then it has a disadvantage with already having Aki farming in the jungle. But also with just EGM having the Radiant side, having this creep to farm, having the lane to farm, it's gonna put them even at the more of a disadvantage for them, as EGM is gonna be picking up a regen rune. Has got the bottle up on him as well. Reverse polarity just being threatened here upon Dendy. He's going to be forced away. Going to be happy that the creep wave is actually behind the tower right now so that he can get some experience and maybe even a couple of last hits. Dendy and Poppy both level 2. Soul Catcher on there. Light Striker Ray and Dragon Slave. We're going to see if they're going to get a kill with that up on Loda, because that's going to be their goal. Disruption to start things off with. But the spirits scout them out and they will be knowing that that's going to happen. They're not even going to be too worried about that one. As in the meantime, Light of Heaven. Level 4 still. Not able to get that much that much closer yet. Shockwave got a hit, but S4, he's got himself a Sonic Wave. So he's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be just fine. And our side and Poppy can't really do anything here right now. So we have got the gold graph still in favor of No Talent with that first blood money. As well as the experience graph, of course. And not just the first blood money, but it's also the bottom lane that's being won compared to the top lane. And the mid lane, of course, going the way of Loda. Level 5 for him, 19 for 8 with Dendy, not able to do anything. Lucky to be getting an experience rate, 12 for 7. As I'm quite surprised to see them not rotating lanes. Like, for example, we would be having Light of Heaven on the mid lane. And Dendy on the bottom lane, perhaps. There's a net. He still has a skewer, though. He's going to be safe. There's actually going to be some support incoming. Shadow Strike still going to hit. But S4 is not going to chase. Maybe it's not just the edge of Poppy there. Smoke up, though. That will not let them see an edge anymore. Daytime still. It's gonna be nighttime in 20 seconds. So maybe they just want to wait for that. Wouldn't be too bad. They don't want to wait for that. There's gonna be a Light Strike Ray. That has to be quick. No blink for him. Skewer as well. S4, no blink for him. And he goes down. Poppy picking up the kill. Solid kill there. And that's pretty important to do that also on a Queen of Pain. It's not an easy target to pick off. Especially not if you just have to time it everything perfect. Because otherwise, she's just gonna blink herself away. And of course that gives the host a bit of extra momentum in this top lane, or at least give him some time to catch up with last hits. I mean, he's still not as high as levels. He just reached level 6, while of course the S4 already almost level 7. That's of course because of that first blood. But at least he's now getting ahead a bit of last hits as Poppy and Arsop rotate around again. And I mean, this is so nice if they can get kills with that. Open wounds. He's gonna be able to go invisible though. Infest. Oh. 2 HP left. Admiral Bulldog so close to dying right there. But the infest damage not enough as we're gonna have S4. Gonna get chased away. There's no skewer anymore. And S4 might actually be able to land a scream and get the kill. And he does. Light of Heaven. A bit too greedy there. Slightly too greedy there. And S4 picks himself up a kill. With Arsard and Poppy now going in. They're gonna go in on Loda. There comes the Light Striker Ray. Dragon Slave. Loda is gonna drop and there's nothing EGM can do. And will they go on the other one as well? Will they go on EGM? Poppy wants to. He doesn't have a Dream Coil or anything like that. And I don't think they can get him. I don't think he can, or can he? Nope. Nope. And he's not even gonna continue to try. And that's gonna be a kill upon Loda. 2 kills on important targets for the ones for Na'Vi. Well, on the other side, like if you compare the kills right now, there's 2 kills up on Light of Heaven. And yes, it's nice to make sure that he gets delayed his level 6, delayed his reverse polarity. But if you compare that to the kills that Na'Vi has done on the safe lane solo, on the solo mid, it's a lot better. It is actually quite a big difference there in favor of Na'Vi. We do have still, of course, the gold difference in favor of No Tidehunter, though. No real surprise there, as of course the last hits are still, of course, there, as well as the first blood money. We do now have, however, Host being on top of the net worth. Kind of curious to see if he's still going to go for Head of Midas, as Admiral Bulldog is going to be denied a rune. If it would be there, it would be there. It's double damage rune for Puck. Track goes off upon Dendy as well. Scream from the sidelines. S4 can still blink in as well, but the TP support is going to come in as well. As Light of Heaven having his reverse polarity. Has enough mana for it as well. Just has to get a good position. Dream Coil is going to go down, going to get popped by EGM. And there's going to be a skewer away from Light of Heaven. Light Striker Ray still makes sure that nobody else goes to chase that one. They're just forcing everybody back. 4 heroes here of No Tidehunter and not going to be getting anything done. That's good for Na'Vi, because all the time that No Tidehunter is on this bottom lane, they're giving to Havos, who's farming on the top lane. In the meantime, though, of course, No Tidehunter, they want to make their time worth their while. They're jumping in, they're going to go for Poppy. We'll be able to kill up Poppy with a track kill. We're going their way.
Trophy kill.
Trophy kill indeed for Admiral Bulldog, who picked up Shurkentas rather than going for a Zenada maxed out first, which is also, of course, possible to do because he got that bottle. There's a bit more burst damage there. And that's going to be, of course, like I said, a track kill. So more gold going the way of No Time Hunter for his kills. That's, of course, going to be the case for the rest of the game. Every time No Time Hunter trades kills, they're going to be putting it in favor of themselves if they're going to be trading even purely because of that track. In the meantime, of course, Loda's still farming 40 for 16. We see him being on a net worth very... Well, not as high as I thought, but I think he's going to have something in the courier. He has to. Invest in a creep so that no S4 can't do anything against him. And the TP coming out from Puppy to help out if he needs it. Track goes off, but I think he's going to be just fine. Yeah, he will. Of course, the tower got picked up by a Vos there as well, so more gold going his way. So I'm actually thinking he died once, yeah. But does that mean that Chen gets put in front of him with net worth? Gonna go for Danny, gets a stun, 2 seconds only though. But here comes S4 helping out. It's Danny that blinks himself out with the illusionary orb, even. And we see No Time Hunter roaming around. They don't have their Wisp at level 6 just yet. That's gonna, of course, give a change of pace to the game. That's gonna be the time when No Time Hunter is gonna be on their strongest force, with the Bounty Hunter scouting out, with the relocate from the Wisp, and they should be able to get a couple of kills in their pocket right then. Of course, it all goes to Na'Vi to see how they're going to be dealing with that, because they, of course, know that that's going to be the game that No Time Hunter is going to play. So are they going to try to bait stuff out and punish them for it, or are they just going to stick together and make sure that No Time Hunter doesn't even feel the need to relocate, rather than just going for a team fight or something like that, or getting themselves out of a team fight in that sense? Gold graph going back towards the 0 line. We have the experience graph going about 2k gold in favor still of No Time Hunter, even with the tower being in favor of Na'Vi. That is still the difference in farm that we can see. And we have got... Oh, there's nothing important actually. Never mind. Thought there was something big being flown up by the courier, but no can do. Smoke up! Lad of Heaven has got his reverse polarity and is not afraid to use it. There's going to be 4 heroes on the top lane. Puppy also in this side of the smoke. Havos is still going to be here. He's going to be jumping into someone perhaps, or otherwise he's just going to be the bait. Admiral Bulldog though, he's coming out. They know that he's around there somewhere. Does mean Pup, but he's already away. Puppy too far away there. Skewer still going to hit. Track goes up on Light of Heaven. 3 heroes right now on the top lane for No Time Hunter. Might be trying to get something going right here. Rage away for Havos as Admiral Bulldog is still going to be putting up some tracks if he can. There he goes. Just to get that vision up to know exactly what Na'Vi is up to with their top lane right there. Smoke up on Aki as well, but he's not going to be able to find anybody bar Dendi. And Dendi is one of those heroes, or at least he's one of those heroes like Puck, who is very hard to gank. Because he, of course, he's got himself soon a Blink Dagger, he's got himself a Illusionary Orb, he's got himself Phase Shift. He's just going to be very tough to take down. Light of Heaven can skewer. Whoa! That must have been one of the biggest tests of faith that he could have got, hand of God going through. Like, that was the biggest test of faith that he could have hoped for. And the reverse polarity being wasted for that one. The burst damage from No Time Hunter coming out, it was just way too much. That, way too much for Light of Heaven, that is, of course, because he was the one to die to it. Disruption there. Can they get him done? Sentry Ward on the sideline as well, as S4 is gonna be the one to take a fall once again, not able to get away. Sentry Ward just in case Admiral Bulldog comes and pops his head around the corner, but he's not gonna be able to do that for now, or at least he's not gonna try. As Loda has decided to farm up a bit on the top lane, considering Lifesaver can't really kill him. At least not yet. 2 seconds kill, 2 seconds stun, Tether stun going up as well, but there's the rage. He turns around, goes for each gem. This could be bad. Folks, he picks up 1. Is he gonna pick up 2? He might be able to. He goes back to farming though. A reverse polarity still in another stun this time. 4 seconds. Admiral Bulldog is gonna be helping out with the track. Look at the tankiness of this hero though. The rage around. He turns around again. Is he gonna be able to kill off someone again? That would be. If he would be able to do that, that would be the biggest kill in history of time. Avos. 3 versus 1, he just picks up 1. Who cares about it? He's just gonna go back to farming. Why interrupt him farming? 1700 gold up on the puck right now. He's just continuing to farm. We still only have 1 tower down on both sides. It's both tier 1 towers on their long lanes are down. As for seeing if he can stand here trying to arrest a tier 2 slightly, as there's nobody here from Na'Vi at this time. As for, of course, going for an Orchid to just get some more control up. I mean, if you're going to be up against a Puck who already has a silence, who has that escape, you want to be able to do something against it. And not just the Puck. I mean, it's great against so many heroes up on Na'Vi's side. Also, of course, up on the Lifestealer, because no rage is, of course, going to be meaning a lot for for No Tidehunter to be able to deal with that that life stealer. That life stealer who just stayed alive against 2 stuns. 1 4-second stun, 1 2-second stun. I mean, seriously? Yeah, he did that. He did that indeed. Mechanism up on the chat in the meantime. So he has got that one complete together, of course, with this Hand of God that we already saw once. 4 for 4 on the kill score. As I'm just going to go over the items slightly. We do have the Blink Dagger being ready for Puck if he wants to buy it right now. Dendy has got the gold for that. There he goes. He picks it up right now. As for the rest, we don't really see that much extra items up on Na'Vi, apart of course from a Vos, but we already saw his armor being done. 1100 gold for him, probably gonna go for this later. Demonic Purge upon Loda. Feather is gonna try to help out as well, so Phantasm, he turns around, gets himself a stun and a reverse polarity, gets himself a kill upon the Shadow Demon, but in the meantime, your Vos gonna be trying to do the same thing again, gonna be trying to go for EGM, but EGM is gonna be safe. Because, never mind, he's not safe. There goes the infest damage. It is Loda that gets himself a double kill, so able to pick up Puppy though. And now Vos is going to be in a lot of trouble. Still be able to rage and turns himself around. Gonna go for Loda still. What is he going to do? He doesn't have an infest. He is here to die if he sticks around. And he's going to be reverse polarity into Loda. Triple kill for Loda right there. And that is something that it could also go that way. So that is going to be Loda getting triple kill. And Vos not getting anything. Almost, of course, getting EGM. Actually, he got HM, never mind, he got HM, so he got something in return with the infest damage, of course, helping out. But, yeah, they're gonna get a tower in return for that one. The second tower to go down on the side of Na'Vi with the gold graph, therefore spiking up more in favor of No Tidehunter. With Dendy still farming up. His Gem of True Set is already, of course, as well. Of course. He has a Gem of True Set, reverse polarity in. There goes the 2-second stun, and that's gonna be the gem back.
Summer nightmare.
And he only just got that. Like, he just got that. But that's how fast it can go. No phase shift. Kill going the way of No Tidehunter. And they're gonna be going here as well. Here comes Wisp as well, but the reverse polarity already hit on Metro Bulldog. Shocker to go through, but they won't be able to get a kill. Laguna Blade up on EGM won't kill him off, but never mind. Wisp will kill off the Laguna Blading target, which was Puppy. 2 kills again for No Tidehunter as they're just pulling ahead right now. So I did say, like, at the moment that EGM is going to be level 6, they're going to be trying to get that map control, trying to roam around, trying to get kills. And I gave 2 options for Na'Vi. I gave 2 options for Na'Vi. Either they stick together and not get picked off, or they try to bait out the relocate, sorry, and try to, you know, counter gank. But they're not doing either, and they're getting picked off. They're getting picked off quite heavily right now. 10 for 4. But only a moment ago it was 4 for 4. So 6 kills. You're going the way of No Tidehunter versus only 1 from Na'Vi. And that's big. That's quite big. Of course, late game we still can't see anything happen. Especially since we have a reverse polarity on the board. Oh my god, I got a hiccup. Nose. Please let it be the last one. I hope it's gonna be the last one. Wow. Anyways, Na'Vi is oh, dustbin pop. Oh. I know that he's around there. Crap. Okay, I want to hold my breath for 10 seconds, so you're gonna have to do it without his voice for 10 seconds. Wait a second. Okay, it does work. Damn! Okay, I'm gonna just continue casting as if there's no hiccups, just saying. And there's gonna be Aki going down, Mechanism helping out, Hand of God, it's gonna be used, no, it's not. Damn it. It's gonna be Lifestealer that picks up the kill. And there's gonna be an Orchid up on S4. I'm just gonna go without paying attention to it, that's probably the best way to go, so just... In the meantime, TP back from S4 is Orchid already shown up on our start. Sonic Blade to go through, and he will be going down from the Soul Burn by the looks of it. No! 13 HP left! Crap! DPO just in time with the Wisty being coming, and HM going down for that. Puppy will still die as well. Lands a perfect reverse polarity. He's actually still alive, but there's a stun. That's gonna be him gone. Light of Heaven is gonna be picked up as well. Okay, Elf's Knight double kill. Crap! Oh god! I'm so very sorry. And there's gonna be a Vos who's gonna be trying to get a killer up on Emperor Bulldog, but he's by himself. Gonna get picked off as well. With Na'Vi losing 3 of their heroes versus only 1 versus only the Wisp of No Tidehunter. No Tidehunter having now all tier 1 towers being picked up on the side of Na'Vi. I just want to point out that if you don't want to listen to a hiccuping caster, Beyond Summit is casting this as well. Thank you very much.
Dire's top
So,
tower is under attack.
okay. Game, no Tidehunter or Navi. I need a big play. So big that I get scared by it and I lose my hiccup. There we go. So, EGM is gonna have his urns already complete. He has his bottle still. Other than that, he doesn't really have that much. He has a bit less than I was expecting him to be having. Armored already up and loaded. We already saw that one as well. He is still not doing as good as a farm as S4, who's still got 1300 gold in his inventory. And we're gonna see if Navi is gonna be trying something here, as they picked up a sentry ward right here. Maybe trying to smoke up. No, Courier's not coming in with the smoke. I wonder if casters have this more often, like a hiccup or
Dire's
something.
top tower is under attack.
I don't normally have that. Like I have it when I ate or something. Like I ate. Oh yeah, EGM gonna go down. Loda gonna get silenced up. Is he gonna be able to turn this around? I don't think so. And Dandy already backing out from that one, knowing that he would be in trouble, but he is not gonna be in trouble as there's 2 kills on the board for Navi. And we're gonna see Admiral Bulldog. He is gonna go for Vlad. He's gonna go for BKB next. Almost got his Mithril Hammer complete. As we have the gold grab, actually very much in favor of No Tidehunter, 10k gold. And in the meantime, also their top lane is getting pushed because S4 is just here with the double damage from bashing on a tier 3, and Navi, they're not doing anything against it. Pocket is gonna blink himself away. And in the meantime, they TP bottom. They're gonna go for our start, who's gonna go down already. It's gonna be a Vos, it's gonna be silenced up, he's gonna be running himself away. We'll be able to do so. Doesn't have a TP though, but he will just be safe. Anyway, or will he not be? Rage is still gonna make sure that he can at least try to stay alive, but he can't against 3-4 heroes of his opposing team. He goes down. So that's gonna be more kills going the way of No Tidehunter. Gold grab spiking up. The tier 3 tower taking a lot of damage in the meantime as well. Of course, S4 coming in towards the mid lane, blinking in, getting a lot of damage done on Puppy, but gets our first polarity on his face. Laguna Blade as well, but is able to get sent home by the Chen. Dream Coil locks it. Aki or flying through, and he will be taking a fall, but that's at least, or will he? Or will he? He won't. He will be fine. Disruption gonna stop Loda from getting in, from going for our start, but the reverse polarity is still there. The stun is gonna be there as well. It's gonna be 3 seconds, and that's only gonna be 1 hit. It's gonna be getting the kill track up on Puppy as well. Here comes Loda, ready for the last hit, but Admiral Bulldog takes it away. And the Skewer lures the high ground from Light of Heaven. And I'm just pretending like it's not there. Seriously. More kills going the way of No Tidehunter. It's gonna be 1100 gold up for them in their favor, as we see also a Vos, the one that was actually keeping on par with S4 a bit. He's just slowly dropping behind, almost got himself the Desolate already. And we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to turn this game around. 5 heroes though in the mid lane for No Tidehunter, and they're looking to be ready to take a fight, even though Aki doesn't really have any mana to do anything, but he is still gonna be here just to support his team. Moral support is gonna be important as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tower still alive. Still a tier 2 tower bottom as well, as we have got Dandy again with an infested lifestealer. looking for action, looking for a kill perhaps. Gonna be TPing top, maybe they can get S4. They have of course got this waning rift from the puck to silence off S4.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We're gonna see if no. I keep saying this because I'm kind of in a moment where I'm like, well, first of all, the hiccup is distracting me. Let's just get that out of the way as well. Second, this game is a bit Dream Coil, but BKB on for S4. Blinks himself forward. He's gonna go for puck with 1 hit, and he gets the kill, but he gets our first polarity up on himself as well. Will he be able to stay alive? No, he won't be. That's at least a kill for Navi. But they lose 2, and will they lose 3? Yes, they will lose 3. Disruption is only gonna postpone the inevitable for our start, and there's gonna be a kill. There we go, Janata from Admiral Bulldog dominating for him right now. Because there's gonna be once again 3 kills on the board for only 1 Queen of Pain this time. And then he can't really turn this around on his puck. Doesn't really have enough farm.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh god, I'm sorry, chat. There's gonna be Lena who's gonna be going down already. We lifesteal are being ensnared by Aki. He's chasing down the Wisp, but he can't even kill that one. He goes down again, and I would not be surprised if Navi is gonna call it quits, but they're not giving up for now. They're not giving up just yet. They have still got a Vos who has got a Desolator. They just need that. They just need. The thing that Navi needs is this guy putting up the biggest reverse polarity of his life. That's all they need. Because if they get that, they've got and the reverse polarity, they've got a Light Strike Array, they've got a Soul Catcher up on someone if they want to, they've got a Waning Rift, they've got a Dream Coil, they got the damage also from the Infest damage to go through. They can definitely do that still. But they have to have that perfect situation. This could be it though. Roshan could be it. It's gonna be S4 that's already fighting some people. Silence up on Denny already using his Ghost Step. The Light of Heaven is gonna be picked up before it can do anything. Laguna Blade gets dodged by that BKB and it's gonna be a massacre. Everybody goes down on the side of Navi. The buyback is there from Denny, but it doesn't matter. The GG well played gets called. It is gonna be no Tidehunter to take the game, and Navi still stuck on 3 points in StarLadder for Season 5, Day 11. This was the last match of the day for StarLadder Season 5. And I can swear, I haven't drunk. That hiccup is just there because it is. I don't know how. Really, sue me or something. But I'm gonna be fine. There we go. So, if you want to continue watching games, I'm not gonna be casting anymore tonight because there's no games for me to cast. There's gonna be a lot of good games though. There's gonna be a lot of good games. Let me pull it up for you for a second. So, apart from the EMS Cup number 3, which should be having some good teams as well, it's gonna be casted by both Toby as well as Epi. We also have the D2L, which starts like right at 9. It's not right now, actually. It's gonna be the D2L at 9 with EG taking on Dignitas. Should be a really good match. It's gonna be Liquid versus 3D Clan at 8, so that's like 1 hour earlier. That's actually might be already be going on. So that's Liquid versus 3D Clan for the Premier League. There's also gonna be Mousesports versus Liquid once again. We saw them yesterday in the finals of the Big Point Battle. But they're also gonna be playing in the defense. It's gonna be a loser bracket match. The loser of that is gonna go home. So either Mousesports or Liquid is gonna be continuing on the defense. As far as for the defense, we're nearing the grand finals, so you can check it out. But that's actually at 10:30, so you can watch everything else and at 10:30 jump to Toby and watch Mouse versus Liquid regardless. So a lot of good games coming up, and yeah, that's actually a lot of heaven being 0-7-3. That didn't really work out. Anyways. As I said, if you want to check out the scores for yourself, you can do so by going to StarLadder.tv and then just going to the Dota 2 section and then going to the league button, and then you can do that. And if you want to support me, which is also possible, you can go to youtube.com/SheeverGaming, and you can do the same thing for Twitter and for Facebook and for Twitch and for stuff, everything /SheeverGaming. So anyway, let's jump ourselves out of this match. I'm gonna give you commercials. Stick around for helping me out watch commercials. You can of course already jump yourselves over to a different stream on a different what's it called, tab on your internet browser, and I might actually be playing some games. I'm not sure yet. We'll decide in a moment, so stick around anyways, and be back.